Welcome back to the channel. Coin lover rare coins have always fascinated collectors and treasure hunters around the world. In the United States, several everyday coins have turned into valuable collectibles worth hundreds, thousands, or even tens of thousands of dollars at auction. Today, we will explore 5 of the most valuable and famous American coins that collectors constantly search for. The Washington Quarter, the Jefferson nickel, often recognized by its Monticello design, the Lincoln Memorial Penny, the classic Lincoln Wheat Penny, and the Roosevelt Dime. These coins may look ordinary, but certain years, mint marks, and conditions can make them extremely rare and highly valuable in the collector's market. In this video, we will take a closer look at their history, unique features, rarity, and how much they can sell for in today's auction market. So let's get started. First up, the 1995 Washington Quarter with a P mint mark from the United States Mint. While millions of these coins were produced for everyday circulation, certain examples, especially those showing unusual toning or brown coloration from years of circulation, have gained attention among collectors. In today's video, we will explore the fascinating story of the 1995 P Washington Quarter in brown condition, looking at its history, its unique features, its rarity among collectors, and how certain examples can reach impressive values in the auction market measured in US dollars. The Washington Quarter was first introduced in 1932 to commemorate the 200th birthday of George Washington, the first president of the United States. Designed by sculptor John Flanagan, the coin replaced the earlier standing Liberty Quarter design and quickly became one of the most widely used coins in American circulation. The Washington Quarter had already been in production for more than 6 decades. That year, the Philadelphia Mint produced over 1 billion quarters bearing the PE Mint mark. These coins were made primarily for circulation, meaning they were intended for everyday transactions across the country. As a result, many of these coins spent years moving from hand to hand, developing wear, scratches, and sometimes a brown or darkened surface tone caused by oxidation and environmental exposure. The 1995 P Washington Quarter features the classic design that collectors have recognized for generations. On the front, or obverse, the coin displays a left-facing portrait of George Washington. Above the portrait appears the word Liberty, while the phrase "In God We Trust" sits near the lower left side of the design. Just to the right of Washington's ponytail ribbon is the small P mint mark, indicating it was struck in Philadelphia. The date, 1995, is located beneath the portrait. The reverse side of the coin shows a powerful heraldic eagle with its wings spread wide. The eagle is holding arrows and olive branches, symbols representing both military strength and peace. Above the eagle appear the words, United States of America, and below it is the denomination, quarter dollar. The coin has a reeded edge and is composed of a copper nickel-clad metal with a copper core. In brown condition, the coin surface may appear darker due to long circulation or natural toning. This brown coloration can develop when the outer layers of the coin react slowly with environmental elements such as air and moisture. While the Washington Quarter is not a copper coin like a penny, collectors sometimes use the term brown condition informally to describe heavily toned or darkened surfaces. These coins often show clear signs of circulation, but still maintain visible design details. The 1995 P Washington Quarter, collector demand can still exist for specific examples. Coins that develop unusual toning, striking errors, or exceptional preservation often attract attention in the numismatic market. While a typical circulated coin may be common, unique variations can become highly desirable. Collectors particularly search for rare varieties such as double dies, off-center strikes, or coins struck on the wrong metal planchet. When these rare minting mistakes occur on a coin like the 1995 P Quarter, its desirability increases dramatically. Additionally, Coins with distinctive natural toning or unusual coloration sometimes appeal to collectors who appreciate visually unique specimens. Because billions of these quarters circulated for decades, finding coins that remain attractive or unusual can be challenging. This factor contributes to the continued interest among coin collectors who enjoy searching through circulation in hopes of finding a rare example. Most 1995 Washington quarters found in circulated brown or tone condition are generally worth their face value of 25 cents. However, the story changes significantly when the coin has special characteristics. High-grade uncirculated examples, certified by professional grading companies, can sell for $6 million or even more depending on their condition. The real excitement comes when collectors discover rare error versions of the coin. Certain high-grade pieces or dramatic mint errors have been known to sell for $6 million at auction. Exceptional examples graded at extremely high mint state levels have achieved prices reaching several $1,000s, proving that even modern coins can become valuable collector items. For collectors interested in searching for valuable Washington quarters, careful observation is essential. Always check the mint mark and date to confirm the coin's identity. Examine the surface under good lighting to identify unusual toning, minting errors, or strong design details. Collectors should also avoid cleaning coins, as this can reduce their value dramatically. Proper storage and protective holders or coin albums can help preserve the coin's condition. Additionally, serious collectors often rely on professional grading services to authenticate and grade their most valuable discoveries. Patience is also important in the hobby. Many collectors enjoy searching through rolls of quarters or old collections, knowing that rare varieties sometimes appear in unexpected places. The 1995 Washington quarter is a reminder that even common coins can hold fascinating stories. With its historic design honoring George Washington and its production by the Philadelphia Mint, this coin represents a long-standing tradition in American currency. While most examples in brown circulated condition remain ordinary pocket change, rare errors, exceptional preservation, and unique toning can turn this everyday coin into a valuable collectible worth significant amounts in the auction market. For collectors and treasure hunters alike, the lesson is simple: always check your coins carefully. Sometimes the most valuable discoveries are hiding in plain sight, waiting for someone curious enough to notice them. And who knows, one day a simple quarter in your pocket might turn out to be a coin worth far more than 25 cents. Next up, the 1964 Jefferson Monticello 5-cent nickel with a D mint mark. At first glance, it may appear to be an ordinary piece of pocket change, but many collectors carefully search for this coin because certain examples can carry impressive value in the auction world. In today's video, we will explore the history, design, rarity, and potential market value of the 1964 D Jefferson nickel in fine condition, and discover why collectors across the world still pay close attention to this classic American coin. The Jefferson nickel was first introduced in 1938 to replace the Buffalo nickel. The coin features the portrait of Thomas Jefferson, the third President of the United States, and one of the nation's most influential founding fathers. The design was created by sculptor Felix Schlag, whose work was selected through a national competition organized by the United States Mint. By 1964, the Jefferson nickel had already been in circulation for more than 25 years. During that year, coin production increased dramatically because the United States was experiencing a nationwide coin shortage. To meet the growing demand for small change, the Denver Mint produced an enormous number of Jefferson nickels with a D mint mark. In fact, the mintage exceeded 1 billion coins, making it one of the highest production years in the series. The large mintage, many of these coins quickly entered circulation and experienced heavy wear. As a result, collectors often search for examples that remain in better condition or display unusual minting characteristics. The 1964 D Jefferson nickel has several distinctive design features that make it easy to identify. On the obverse side of the coin, collectors will see a detailed portrait of Thomas Jefferson facing left. Surrounding the portrait are the inscriptions, "In God We Trust," on the left side and "Liberty 1964" on the right. Just beside the date appears the small D mint mark, indicating that the coin was struck at the Denver Mint. The reverse side of the coin features the famous image of Monticello, the historic Virginia home designed and owned by Thomas Jefferson. Above the building appears the word Monticello, while below it is the denomination 5 cents. The phrase United States of America curves around the lower edge of the coin, and the national motto E pluribus unum appears across the top. The coin is made from a copper-nickel alloy consisting of 75% copper and 25% nickel. It has a diameter of approximately 21.2 millimeters and weighs about 5 grams. In fine condition, the coin shows moderate wear from circulation, but most of the major design elements remain clearly visible. Jefferson's hair details may appear slightly worn, and some of the finer lines on the Monticello building may be softer, yet the overall design is still recognizable and collectible. The 1964 D Jefferson nickel was produced in massive numbers. Rarity in coin collecting does not always depend solely on mintage figures. Condition, special varieties, and minting errors can significantly affect a coin's desirability. Many collectors search for 1964 D nickels that display strong details, minimal wear, or unusual striking characteristics. Another factor that increases collector interest is the possibility of mint errors. Some coins may have been struck off-center, doubled during the striking process, or produced with other unusual features. These rare mistakes can turn an otherwise common nickel into a highly desirable collector's item. In addition, some collectors look specifically for coins with full steps on the Monticello building. When the steps beneath the building appear sharply defined and complete, the coin may receive a full steps designation from grading services. These coins are much harder to find and often command significantly higher prices. For most circulated examples, the 1964 D Jefferson nickel in fine condition typically remains worth only a small amount above its face value of 5 cents. However, values can increase depending on the coin's condition and special characteristics. Uncirculated examples with strong details and minimal marks can sell for $9 million. Coins that receive the coveted full steps designation or show rare minting errors can sell for much higher prices at auction. Some exceptional high-grade specimens certified by professional grading companies have reached $9 million in the collector market. This dramatic difference in value highlights the importance of condition and rarity in coin collecting. Even a common coin can become extremely valuable if it survives in outstanding condition or contains a rare minting mistake. For collectors interested in finding valuable Jefferson nickels, careful inspection is essential. Always examine the date and mint mark to confirm the coin is a 1964 D example. Pay close attention to the details of Jefferson's portrait and the steps of the Monticello building, as sharper details usually indicate a higher grade. It is also important to look for unusual features such as doubled lettering, off-center strikes, or other mint errors. These characteristics can significantly increase a coin's value. Collectors should avoid cleaning coins because cleaning can damage the surface and reduce the coin's appeal to buyers. Storing coins in protective holders and keeping them in a dry environment can help preserve their condition for many years. Serious collectors often submit their best coins to professional grading services for authentication and official grading. The 1964 D Jefferson Monticello nickel may appear to be a simple 5-cent coin, but it carries an interesting place in American numismatic history. Produced during a time of high demand for circulating coins, this nickel represents an era when the United States Mint worked tirelessly to supply the nation with everyday currency. While most examples in fine condition remain modest in value, rare varieties, exceptional preservation, and mint errors can transform this ordinary nickel into a valuable collectible worth significant amounts in the auction market. For coin collectors, the 1964 Jefferson nickel is a perfect reminder that hidden treasures can sometimes be found in the most unexpected places, even in a simple 5-cent coin. Next up, the 1959 Lincoln Memorial Cent. At first glance, it may look like an ordinary 1-cent coin, but its history, design change, and collector interest make it a notable piece in American numismatic history. Many circulated examples still exist today, yet certain high-quality or unusual specimens have reached impressive prices in the auction market. For collectors and treasure hunters alike, this penny represents the beginning of a new era in U.S. coinage, and a coin that could potentially be worth far more than its face value. The 1959 Lincoln Memorial Cent holds a special place in the story of the Lincoln Cent. In 1959, the United States celebrated the 150th anniversary of the birth of Abraham Lincoln, the 16th President of the United States. To mark this milestone, the United States Mint introduced a completely new reverse design for the penny. For the previous 50 years, the coin had featured 2 wheat stalks on the back, known as the wheat cent design. Beginning in 1959, that design was replaced with the image of the Lincoln Memorial located in Washington, D.C. This change created the first year of the Lincoln Memorial reverse, making the 1959 pennies historically significant. The D. Mint mark on the coin indicates that it was produced at the Denver Mint, one of the major U.S. minting facilities responsible for producing billions of coins for circulation. The 1959 Lincoln Memorial Cent has several distinctive features that make it easy to recognize and appealing to collectors. On the obverse side of the coin, the familiar portrait of Abraham Lincoln appears facing right. Above his head is the national motto, "In God We Trust," while the word "Liberty" appears to the left of the portrait. The year 1959 is shown to the right, along with a small D. Mint mark indicating production at the Denver Mint. The reverse side displays the detailed image of the Lincoln Memorial, with the inscriptions "United States of America" and "E Pluribus Unum" along the top and 1 cent boldly displayed at the bottom. Interestingly, if you look closely at the memorial, you can even see a tiny representation of Lincoln seated inside the building. The coin was struck in a bronze alloy composed primarily of copper, giving it the classic reddish-brown color that many collectors admire. While millions of these pennies were produced, the 1959 Lincoln Memorial Cent still attracts strong interest from collectors because it represents the very first year of the Lincoln Memorial reverse design. Coins from the first year of a design series often become popular with numismatists, especially when they are found in exceptional condition. Most examples seen today are circulated, meaning they show signs of wear from everyday use. However, coins that retain sharp details, original luster, or unusual minting errors can become highly desirable. Rare varieties, misstrikes, or exceptionally preserved specimens may draw competitive bidding at auctions, especially from collectors attempting to complete a full set of the Lincoln Memorial Cent series. The 1959 Lincoln Memorial Cent is usually modest in value, often ranging from about $204,000 depending on its condition and color. However, higher-grade examples can command significantly larger prices. Uncirculated coins with bright original copper color may sell for $204,000 at major auctions. Additionally, unusual varieties or minting errors related to the 1959 Lincoln Memorial Cent have been known to attract intense interest from collectors, sometimes pushing their auction values even higher. For collectors searching for valuable examples of the 1959 Lincoln Memorial Cent, careful inspection is essential. It is important to examine the coin's condition, paying attention to details such as the sharpness of Lincoln's hair, the lines of the memorial columns, and the presence of original copper luster. Coins that appear bright red are typically more valuable than those that have turned brown with age. Collectors should also watch for unusual features such as doubling, die errors, or other minting anomalies that can increase a coin's value. Proper storage is equally important. Keeping coins in protective holders and avoiding excessive handling can help preserve their condition and long-term worth. The 1959 D. Lincoln Memorial Cent may be a small coin, but it carries a big story in American numismatic history. As the first year of the Lincoln Memorial design, it marks a turning point in the long-running Lincoln Cent series that began in 1909. Even though many of these coins were produced and circulated widely, certain well-preserved examples and rare varieties continue to attract collectors and achieve impressive prices in the coin market. For anyone interested in coin collecting, this penny is a reminder that even the smallest piece of change can hold historical significance and the potential for surprising value. Always check your coins carefully, because the next rare discovery could already be sitting in your pocket. Next up, the 1958 Lincoln Wheat Penny with a D mint mark. This small 1-cent coin may look ordinary, especially when found in dirty or circulated condition, but in the world of rare coins it can carry surprising value. Many collectors carefully examine old pennies because some hidden varieties and rare examples have sold for impressive amounts at auction. The United States 1-cent coin featuring the portrait of Abraham Lincoln has been one of the most collected coins in the world, and certain years such as 1958 hold a special place in numismatic history. The Lincoln Wheat Penny was first introduced in 1909 to celebrate the 100th anniversary of Abraham Lincoln's birth. It was also the first regular circulating U.S. coin to feature a real historical figure. The coin was designed by Victor David Brenner, whose design showed Lincoln's profile on the front and 2 wheat stalks surrounding the words, 1 cent, on the reverse side. The year 1958 became historically significant because it was the final year this famous wheat design was produced before it was replaced in 1959 by the Lincoln Memorial reverse. The 1958 penny with a D mint mark was struck at the Denver Mint, one of the major facilities responsible for producing circulating coins in the United States. The 1958 D. Lincoln Wheat Penny has several recognizable features that collectors study carefully. On the obverse side, the coin displays the right-facing portrait of Abraham Lincoln with the inscriptions, "In God We Trust." Above his head, "Liberty" to the left, and the date, 1958, along with a small D mint mark below the date indicating production at the Denver Mint. The reverse side features the classic wheat design with 2 curved wheat ears framing the words, 1 cent, and United States of America, along with the national motto, E pluribus unum. Even when the coin appears dirty or darkened due to decades of circulation, these details remain important for identification. The coin is composed mainly of copper, giving it its original reddish tone, although many circulated examples have turned brown or spotted over time. Although millions of 1958 D pennies were produced, certain rare varieties and well-preserved examples can be highly valuable. One of the most famous varieties is the 1958 double die obverse, which shows visible doubling in the lettering and date. Only a very small number of these error coins are known to exist, making them extremely desirable to collectors. Because 1958 was the final year of the wheat reverse design, many collectors try to complete full sets of wheat pennies, which increases the demand for coins from this year. Even coins found in dirty or circulated condition can still be interesting to collectors because they may contain rare minting errors or unusual characteristics that increase their value. The value of a 1958 D Lincoln Wheat Penny depends greatly on its condition and whether it contains any rare mint errors. A typical circulated example in worn or dirty condition may only be worth a few cents to a few dollars. However, coins in higher grades or with original red copper color can sell for significantly more. The real excitement comes from rare error varieties, especially the famous double die example, which is sold for $78 million at major coin auctions. In exceptional cases, rare specimens of this variety have reached values exceeding $78 million, proving that even a tiny 1-cent coin can hold enormous value in the collector market. Collectors searching for valuable 1958 pennies should carefully examine the coin under good lighting and magnification. Checking the lettering and numbers for doubling or unusual shapes is especially important. It is also recommended not to clean old coins, even if they appear dirty, because cleaning can damage the surface and reduce the coin's value significantly. Storing coins in protective holders can help preserve their condition. Serious collectors often have potentially valuable coins authenticated and graded by professional grading services to confirm their rarity and establish their market value. The 1958 Lincoln Wheat penny is a fascinating piece of American coin history. As the final year of the famous wheat penny design, it holds special significance among collectors and historians alike. While many examples appear worn, dirty, or ordinary, hidden rarities and net errors can transform a simple 1-cent coin into a valuable treasure worth thousands of dollars. For collectors and enthusiasts, examining old pennies can sometimes reveal surprising discoveries, reminding us that even the smallest coins can carry remarkable stories and extraordinary value in the world of numismatics. Next up, the 1996 United States Roosevelt One Dime coin. At first glance, it may look like an ordinary 10-cent coin, but collectors know that certain examples in better preserved condition can attract significant attention in the auction market. In this video, we will explore the story behind the Roosevelt dime, focusing specifically on the 1996 coin struck at the United States Mint in Denver Mint with the D Mint mark. We will uncover its history, its unique features, and why collectors sometimes pay impressive amounts of money for high-quality examples of this seemingly simple coin. The Roosevelt dime has an important place in American numismatic history. This coin was first introduced in 1946 to honor the legacy of Franklin D. Roosevelt, the 32nd President of the United States. Roosevelt was widely admired for his leadership during difficult times such as the Great Depression and World War II. He was also closely associated with the March of Dimes campaign, which helped raise funds to fight polio. Because of this connection, the United States decided to feature his portrait on the 10-cent coin shortly after his passing. The Roosevelt dime has remained largely the same. The obverse shows a left-facing portrait of President Roosevelt, while the reverse features a torch representing liberty, along with an olive branch symbolizing peace and an oak branch representing strength. By 1996, the coin had been in production for 50 years, and millions of dimes were being struck each year to meet the demand for circulation across the country. The 1996 D Roosevelt dime has several identifying characteristics that collectors look for. The D Mint mark located on the obverse of the coin indicates that it was produced at the Denver Mint. This small letter is a key detail for identifying the coin's origin. The coin is composed of a copper-nickel-clad structure, which has been the standard composition for U.S. dimes since 1965. In fine condition, the coin still shows clear details on Roosevelt's hair and facial features, though some light wear may be visible due to circulation. The reverse design remains sharp, with the torch flame, branches, and inscriptions still recognizable. The inscriptions typically include "Liberty, in God we trust," and the year 1996 on the obverse, while the reverse displays "United States of America, one dime," and "E pluribus unum." Collectors carefully inspect these features because small variations, minting errors, or exceptional preservation can greatly increase the coin's desirability. The 1996 D dime was produced in large numbers. Truly well-preserved examples in higher grades are not always easy to find. Coins that circulated for years often show scratches, wear, or discoloration, which reduces their collectible value. However, pieces that survive with minimal wear or those discovered in old coin rolls or collections can become highly desirable among collectors. Another factor that increases demand is the possibility of mint errors. Coins with unusual characteristics, such as off-center strikes, double dies, or other striking anomalies, can be extremely attractive to numismatists. When a 1996 Roosevelt dime with a rare error appears at auction, collectors may compete strongly to obtain it, sometimes pushing the final selling price far beyond the coin's face value. In normal circulated condition, a 1996 Roosevelt dime is generally worth its face value of 10 cents. However, coins in fine or better collectible condition can carry a premium, especially if they display strong details and attractive surfaces. Certified examples in higher grades, such as mint state condition, can reach values of several dollars and occasionally much higher depending on demand. If a coin shows exceptional quality or a rare minting error, the price can rise dramatically at auctions. Some specialized collectors are willing to pay $6 million for a high-grade or unusual example. The auction market for U.S. coins continues to grow, and even modern coins like the 1996 dime can surprise collectors with their potential value. For collectors who want to search for valuable dimes, the first step is to carefully examine coins you already have. Check the mint mark, the date, and the overall condition of the coin. Using a magnifying glass can help you identify small details or potential mint errors that might otherwise go unnoticed. It is also important to store coins properly to preserve their condition. Using protective coin holders or albums helps prevent scratches, fingerprints, and environmental damage. Collectors who believe they have a rare or high-quality coin may consider having it graded by a professional coin grading service, which can authenticate the coin and potentially increase its market value. The 1996 United States Roosevelt One Dime proves that even modern coins can hold exciting possibilities for collectors. While many examples remain common, those in fine or better condition, especially with unique characteristics, can attract attention in the numismatic marketplace. From its historical connection to President Franklin D. Roosevelt to its recognizable design and collectible potential, this small coin continues to be an interesting piece of American coinage history. So the next time you check your spare change, take a closer look at your dimes. You might just discover a hidden treasure waiting to be recognized. Thank you all for watching this video. If you enjoyed learning about rare and valuable coins like the Washington quarter, Jefferson nickel, Lincoln Memorial penny, Lincoln wheat penny, and the Roosevelt dime, make sure to like the video, subscribe to the channel, and turn on the notification bell so you never miss our next video about valuable coins that could be worth big money in dollars. Keep checking your pocket change and old coin collections because you never know when you might discover a rare coin treasure. See you in the next video.